Every golfer who has ever faced Nick Faldo in a tournament never forgets his incredible gameplay in a hurry. The Englishman's slick playing style stands out, especially with how he profits from moments of pressure on his opponents. He's definitely left legacies that many non-American golfers can't match. However, more exciting than his life on the golf course was his many marriages that ended each time due to infidelity. Still, that takes nothing away from his exceptional gameplay, as he spent 97 weeks as the #1 ranked professional golfer worldwide throughout his active playing days. What is it like to be Nick Faldo? Well, let's find out. Welcome to Golf Links. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get notifications on new video drops. Born on the 18th of July, 1957 in the United Kingdom, Nick Faldo wasn't introduced to golf as a child, nor did he have golf lovers as parents like many other golfers. However, he finally gained interest in the sport at 14 years old when he watched Jack Nicklaus play on television. This was all the encouragement he needed to take golf seriously, and Nick was a natural. Within 2 years, he was already stacking up lots of amateur trophies as he made his way to the top of the golfing world. Of course, he had already begun to command attention across Europe and the United States, given how fast he was going towards total domination. Before long, his efforts paid off, and Nick Faldo won a scholarship to the University of Houston. However, staying in school wasn't Nick's idea of a good time, as he felt it held him back from playing as much golf as he wanted. Thankfully, he made it through college and turned professional in 1976, immediately after leaving school. Nick Faldo also became a member of the European Professional Golfers Association. Burning with determination and enthusiasm, the young golfer achieved instant success in the European tours. After pulling off several wins in his first 2 years as a professional, he appeared third on the Order of Merit list in 1978. He sealed the 1980 and 1981 Sun Alliance PGA Championships, eventually finishing in the #1 spot on the 1983 Order of Merit list. After this incredible performance, Nick was ready to take his career up a notch with the major championships under his belt. To achieve this, the English golfer made a crazy move. Adapting to a new swing and shooting system takes time, and sometimes ends in total failure. However, Nick Faldo decided that he had to learn this new skill in order to gain some edge over competitors on the golf course. Despite the doubts from many analysts, this experiment turned out extremely well. After a series of setbacks, his new knowledge paid off. When he clinched the Peugeot Spanish Open in May 1987, a few weeks later, even the harsh weather conditions couldn't prevent him from earning his first major trophy at the Murrayfield Open Championship a few hours after his 30th birthday. Nick defeated Paul Azinger by parring every hole in the last round, despite entering the competition behind Paul. 2 years later, Nick Faldo won his second major title to the shock of many golf lovers. His next incredible performance was at the 1989 Masters. By the 4th round, the amazing golfer was 5 shots behind Ben Crenshaw. However, after delivering consistently marvelous performances, he was locked in a sudden death playoff with Ben. A major mistake from Ben, where he missed a 2-foot par putt, was Nick's pathway to victory, and the golfer holed a more extended shot to clinch a second major. That same year, he was named the BBC Sports Personality of the Year, a well-deserved award. A similar scenario played out at the 1990 Masters, and Nick Faldo did not disappoint. This time, the playoff was against Raymond Floyd, who couldn't withstand the pressure of being so close to a win. Raymond fluffed a shot into the pond, and Nick Faldo's successful defense of the Masters title had his name cemented on the list of record breakers as he followed in the footsteps of his mentor. He was the first to defend his title successfully ever since Jack Nicklaus in 1965 and 1966. It's not surprising that Nick Faldo considers this legend his major source of motivation for playing golf. The English golfer wasn't as lucky at the 1990 US Open, where he missed out on winning his third major. However, the opportunity presented itself again the following month at the St. Andrews Open Championship. This time, Nick Faldo didn't leave much to chance. He won the title with 5 shots to join Tom Watson in the book of history makers who won 2 majors in the same year. In 1992, Nick Faldo led a race for the prestigious Claret Jug Trophy. However, he blew the lead shortly after, and it looked like all was lost. Nick Faldo wasn't done just yet. In a stone-cold comeback that no one saw coming, the incredible golfer snatched the trophy for the third time in his career. He ended the year with over £1.5 million to set a new record for single-year winnings at the time. Nick Faldo began to gain a reputation for coming from behind to clinch victories. In 1993, he entered the final round of Carroll's Irish Open, trailing Jose Maria Olazabal by 4 shots. However, he made a remarkable comeback to snatch the title in the end through a sudden death playoff. Meanwhile, most of his golf career before 1995 was on European tours, as the US PGA Tour was yet to have a feel of his masterclass performance. He joined the PGA Tour that year, but the outing didn't produce the desired result. 1996 was a different year. The English player made his most exceptional comeback yet, one that came in the form of Greg Norman. Nick Faldo went into the last round of the 1996 Masters at Augusta with 6 shots behind Greg Norman, who thought he had clinched the victory. Really, everyone thought the same, until Nick pulled a major upset. He ended the game with 5 shots over Greg Norman. However, Nick didn't just gain one more trophy for his cabinet, but earned himself a friend as well, as he and Greg Norman became best of friends. As surprising as it sounds, Greg Norman said after the loss to the English golfer that Nick whispered into his ears, "Never let the bastards get into your head." Interestingly, Nick Faldo was referring to the media. Ever since Nick Faldo's extraordinary victory over Greg Norman in 1996, he recorded only one more career win. In 1997, the exceptional golfer won the Nissan Open in Los Angeles, making it his last notable victory on the golf course. However, this didn't stop him from being rated the 18th greatest golfer of all time by Golf Digest magazine. As soon as he turned 40, Nick Faldo began to appear in very few competitions, and his performances were not as impressive as before. His last full golf season was in 2001, and he managed an impressive 5th place at the US Open in 2002. Nick's love for talking about golf was just as much as his passion for playing on the golf course. However, with his active playing days behind him, he became a commentator on ABC Sports for the PGA Tour coverage between 2004 and 2006. During this time, he worked alongside Mike Tirico, the host, and golfer Paul Azinger. Nick Faldo has always had his way with words, and that was just one more reason for his fans to fall in love with him. His versatility on television and ability to add humor to his fascinating in-depth game analysis earned him a deal with CBS Sports in 2006. Later that same year, Nick Faldo became the top analyst for the Golf Channel. In 2009, Nick Faldo was conferred a knighthood for his years of mesmerizing service on the golf course. Nick decided to try his hands again at golf in 2015 when he featured in a couple of Opens, but that didn't turn out so great. Apart from playing golf and making commentaries on golf tours, the English golfer spends a lot of time managing his numerous golf course design practice centers worldwide. He's also passionate about building the next set of astounding golfers and owns many golf schools for training promising young golfers. Of course, it's not surprising that Nick Faldo earned a lot of money from playing golf. He bagged numerous sponsorship deals with reputable brands like TaylorMade, Audemars Piguet, and Marriott. His deal with CBS Broadcast Corporation is reportedly worth over $7 million. So how much is Nick Faldo truly worth? Well, rumors suggest that this is as much as $60 million. A huge chunk of this money funds his luxurious lifestyle and women. Nick Faldo is no stranger to controversy, especially when it comes to his relationship life. He married to his first love, Melanie Rockall, in 1979, and it looked like a perfect match. However, after 5 years in the relationship, the pair broke up after Nick was accused of infidelity. Well, it turned out that the rumors were true, and the golfer was having an affair with Gil Bennett, his manager's secretary. After breaking up with his wife, the Englishman decided to get married to Gil in 1986. They had 3 children together, and all seemed well until Nick's eyes went wandering again. This time, he began a secret love romance with Brenna Chapelic, a golfing student. This wasn't the end of the golfer's tumultuous randy lifestyle. Marriage in his books was almost as easy as him scoring a 2-centimeter birdie putt. The pair married, and just 3 years into the relationship, Nick Faldo had a fling with Valerie Bircher, a PR agent. Brenna wasn't going to leave without a fight, so she battered Nick's expensive Porsche car with a golf club out of anger. However, this did nothing to salvage their relationship, and in 2001, Nick Faldo married Valerie Bircher. The pair welcomed a daughter 2 years later. Many fans around the world believed that Valerie was the one, and Nick had finally found his forever family. However, everyone received with shock the news that they had broken up in 2006. Right now, the golfer is married to Lindsay DeMarco, the 4th woman to wear his ring. They tied the knot in 2020, and so far, there's no breakup news yet. We hope it stays that way. Nick Faldo currently has 2 homes in Windsor, UK and Florida in the United States. Much of his time since calling off his golf career is spent as a golf commentator for CBS. However, he is looking to quit his job at CBS and move on to a different life outside of golf. We may see the last of Nick Faldo as a golf analyst or in any position relating to golf at the Wyndham Championship on August 7th.